Hi everybody, Ben here from Art Less Ordinary. So, tonight we are doing a pearl pour, but with white instead of black. So I've got my three metallics, which are kind of all blueies and purples. So I've got pewter, which is like a bluey silver. I have deep sapphire, and I have amethyst. So these are all in Americana decor metallics. From decoart, and they work really well. And I've managed to get hold of my mont white, so they got that back in the store. So I brought that just yesterday actually, so super happy. So what I'm going to do is I have mixed up the white, which was 48 grams paint, 96 grams floetrol, and about 20 grams water. It feels the right consistency, so that should be good. And the three metallics, what I did with them is I couldn't find a bigger cup, so I ended up making two of each. So the deep sapphire, the pewter, and the amethyst, each one of these has 6 grams of paint, 6 grams paint and 12 grams floetrol. So it's 1 part paint to 2 parts floetrol for these, because these are thicker than your extreme sheens. So that is the colours I have today. Just going to put these aside for the moment. Grab my colours and put them aside. And this is a 12 by 16 canvas. So when you do pearl pours with white, it behaves very, very differently to the black. So I usually don't make it as thin as the black. So that's why if I was to use the black, I would have used about 27 grams water, but this one I only used 20 grams. So I'm hoping that little bit thicker mixture just makes the cells hold smaller, because I do find when you use white, they spread out a lot more bigger. So now I am just working out, I might do the deep sapphire at the bottom. So again, it doesn't hugely matter how you get it on there. You just got to get the colours down. The first colour is probably the least one you have to worry about. Just get as much paint out as I can. Oops, I need that little stick for the next one. Then I'm going to go the pewter. So this one, I go across it like that. Just trying to create some different effects. If you pour them down one over the top of the other, the colours come out very patterned. So by doing it this way, you get a bit more of an assortment of pearls all over the canvas. And these little pop sticks have been brilliant for my little mixing cups. Now for the amethyst, which I'm going to go across that way. So see how I've got the first layer down, and you can actually see all three colours come through. That's what you want. I've probably actually got enough pearl paint here, but I've already mixed up these paints, so I'm going to use them all. So I try and do it so you get all the colours in there. So again, going across ways. Just shake out the rest. So if you were to use extreme sheen, you would mix it 1 part paint to 1 part floetrol. If you're using these decoart Americana metallics, then you do it 2 parts floetrol to 1 part paint. You just have to do it a little bit of a different mixture just because this is a fair bit thicker. So we're nearly there. So I'm hoping that these, having the white that little bit thicker, will keep my cells a little bit more in shape. And now we'll go that way with the purple. You just want to have it so you got all 3 colours showing on top. Okay, simple as that. Now, I've got coloured hands because I've been doing alcohol ink earlier, and I find it easier not to have gloves on when I do alcohol inks, but the problem is I get coloured hands for days on end afterwards because it just doesn't come out. Alright, getting these on ready. Give my white just an extra little stir, make sure it's mixed in. I made these paints up probably an hour to an hour and a half ago. I'm just going to pinch this cup and I'm going to pour this really slowly and close down to the canvas. And again, when I do pearl pours, I don't scrape my cups anymore. So, as you can see, most of the white is pushing and rolling over the top of, or making the pearl colours disappear. So now, it's quite simple. Just tilt off the sides. When I go for the first side, I always tilt a little bit extra off, so I don't just get a white corner. So I'm just going slow. Now I'm going to go a little bit quicker and pour off a bit extra. Yep, there we go. Come back. Now I'm going to go the opposite corner. Go over. Come back. Bring it back down. That is roughly the middle. Now I'm going over this corner. Sometimes it's hard to see where the paint is because it's all really white. Over and come back. And now our last corner. Stretching it over. It's nearly there. Over. Come back. And now just stretch that paint back until you get your center. Okay, everything's roughly back in the center now. Just double check your corners are completely covered. Yep. That is. Yeah, the first corner should be. Now, that's it. Now it's a matter of just waiting for pearls to form. What I am going to do is get my gloves off. And I hope this doesn't ruin it. But I'm pretty sure there's a glob here. Did I get it? There we go. I knew it was in there. I could see it moving differently. Okay. Now, as you can see, pearls are forming all around the canvas, which is exactly what we want. While I'm actually here, I am going to get a couple of things. If I can get them out of the packaging. that was fun trying to get them out. So I just put one of my little empty cups aside. I'm going to pick up a little wooden shape like that, and I'm just going to dip it into the metallic paint that has run off the edges. There we go. Use a couple of these. I just think, why waste that nice extreme sheen? So I just get some of these little wooden things that you get from the craft shop. And I just dip them into the metallic paint that has come off. Oh, goodness me. Goodness me is a polite way of saying a bad word. It's alright, it's just got paint on my sock. This one love heart shape's always given me a little bit of a challenge because there's no hole in the center to actually be able to pick up the piece with. But it's a bit of fun. Just gives you something to use up that bit of paint with while we're waiting for pearls to show up. And there's some really cool effects. So sometimes you can also get your palette knife, scrape up some of the metallic and just drizzle it onto something that you like. Give it a little bit of a blow, spread it around. Just create some effects in there. Alright, that should be enough. I just do it on a few each time I do a pearl pour. Just makes me feel like I'm saving that little bit of runoff. But look at this. It is doing exactly, whoops, nearly knocked over something then. It's doing exactly what I wanted. Yes, the center is still quite white, but these pearl pours take time. So I don't know how easy it is for you to see in the camera, but like over here, there's pewter, there's the amethyst, there's a sapphire, there's another amethyst, there's another pewter. You kind of got different colors going through that. So that is exactly what you want. And it will continue to change as it is left for another, I'd say because it's winter, I'm probably going to have to leave it half an hour to get its full potential. But I'll leave it for probably 15 minutes on pause, and then I'll come back and show you what I've got then. The runoff underneath is so cool. It's got beautiful lacing running through it, but it's on one of these puppy pads, so I can't save it. You can't peel off a skin on these puppy pads. That's why I used to always use those plastic trays, but I haven't been able to get any more, and what I'm using is got artworks on it. So I'm going to pause this, and I'm going to come back in 15 minutes and show you how much more pearls have swollen up into the middle and see what it looks like from there. Okay, back soon. Okay, so we're back. So the pearls have swelled up a little bit more. They may continue to a bit more again, but it probably won't be over dramatic change from now to when it's actually drying. But I'm really happy with it. I love the colors. So I didn't use a lot of contrasting colors. The colors are all very similar. So there is definition in there, but you might not be able to see it in, I don't know if you can see it in the recordings or not, but like deep sapphire here, amethyst, pewter, all the way around. It's quite nice having a white center. It's not something I often do. I do usually prefer the blacks, but I wanted to try something a bit different, and I wanted to do a pearl pour. And I didn't want it to be the same as what I've always been doing. So this is it so far. I'm quite pleased with it. I am going to get the camera and bring you down to have a look at some close-ups. So there we go. The camera's going to keep wanting to change the colours, and it keeps going very dark. Because it's got a white centre, it actually makes the rest of the background quite dark. But this is what I see so far. So hopefully these lights won't get in the way too much. But there we go. See how you can see the amethyst, the deep sapphire, the pewter over here and here. Goes all the way around. The cells are quite nice shaped, or pearls. It's quite interesting actually having a lighter background. It is harder to see the colours, but because the camera doesn't, that's probably a bit better. But they're super shiny, very metallic colours coming through in there. Whoops, big white patch in the centre. So the centre is quite larger than I was expecting. So I might have needed to have added a little bit more water to actually thin out the centre. But it's hard to know, because last time the white virtually vanished because the pearls just swelled up so much that there was no white left at all. So you got to experiment and have fun, and time of year will make a difference, I have found. There we go. Let's lighten it up. But there we go. So this is a pearl pour using pewter, deep sapphire and amethyst in decoart Americana decor metallic paints with white base. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think. So comment, like, share the video and subscribe if you have not already. Just hit the bell and click all, and I'll let you know when new videos come up. Have fun, and I'll see you soon for another pour. Okay, bye.